today we're going to do a food demonstration, and we're going to talk about how can we make a Bulgar chickpea salad. And you may be asking, why Bulgar chickpea salad? So Bulgar wheat, which is like a cracked wheat, is a really healthy source of fiber, of protein. It's a really good, wholesome whole grain. We hear that we should eat our whole grains, and I think it's helpful to know why. So whole grains are going to give us more nutrients, more vitamins, more minerals, protein and fiber as well. So for the beginning of this recipe, I just have a 1 1/4 cup of water boiling in this pot, and I'm going to add 1 cup Bulgar wheat. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon soy sauce. I'm going to add some 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. You could also use fresh parsley if you'd like, or you could use different herbs as well. So you could use oregano or basil if you have a preference, or whatever is fresh in your garden, whatever's in your fridge, you're welcome to use as well. And then some minced onion. And minced onion is just a great quick way to add onion without having to do all the chopping and without all the tears that onions can bring on. So we're going to stir this up just a little bit, just so that everything's mixed together. We don't want to over stir it. So once we've added all the water and all the herbs, all the flavors, we're going to let it sit, and in 15 minutes it'll be ready to fluff. In the meantime, we're going to turn the heat down to low, and then we're going to cover it so that way not too much of the water evaporates out. It's been 15 minutes. I'm just going to remove the lid and take a peek, and I can see that all the water has been absorbed. So I'm just going to take this spoon here and fluff it up a little bit. And it fluffs up really nicely, and that's how you know it's ready. So in the meantime, I prepared a little dressing. All it is 2 tablespoons lemon juice, 2 tablespoons olive oil, a tablespoon soy sauce, and 1 minced garlic. So we're going to add that in. I'm going to stir it up a little bit. And I'm going to add that in. Stir it together. And then I'm going to pour it right into a serving bowl. Now, I've been asked before, where can you buy Bulgar wheat? And sometimes I'll buy in the bulk bins section of a grocery store. So Sunflower Market, Whole Foods will provide Bulgar wheat in the bins, in the bulk section. Also, Bob's Red Mill sells quick cooking Bulgar wheat, which is another great convenient option. And this is usually found in either the natural foods section or sometimes in the grain section of a commercial grocery store like Fresh Market or Smith's. So you can usually find Bulgar wheat at just about any grocery store. And we're going to add 1/2 cup carrots. And I shredded them, but you could just chop them. You could cut them up however you'd like. 1/2 cup raisins, and I noted in the recipe that you could also use a 1/2 cup currants. I think they add sort of a little variety, a little different taste if you'd like. Here's a 1/2 cup chopped green onion, and then 3/4 cup chickpeas, cooked chickpeas. Now you can use canned chickpeas, or you could use fresh chickpeas that you boiled yourself. If you're going to boil them yourself, that's a great way to get an inexpensive source of protein. And even canned chickpeas are pretty inexpensive. And beans in general are just a great source of protein, fiber, potassium. It's really helpful, I think, to integrate both plant proteins like a bean in addition to the animal proteins that sometimes our diet can be very abundant. So we've added all of our ingredients. We're going to mix it together. And if you did use canned chickpeas, sometimes they're just a much quicker and easier way of adding beans. Just rinse them first, because you'll find that sometimes canned beans will add sugar and or salt. And so we'd like to rinse some of that out. So we're just going to stir this in, fold in the ingredients nice and gently. And we have our lovely Bulgar wheat chickpea salad. Now what's great about this salad is that oftentimes I'll double it. I'll make a double batch, and then you have it for dinner for one night, but then it actually makes a really great lunch for the next day and even for the week. And even if I'm not making it for dinner, sometimes I'll just make it and put it into individual Tupperwares, and then I have them to grab and go in the morning for lunch for that day for work. And if you added a piece of fruit to it, you'd have a really complete meal because you have your whole grain with the bulgur wheat, you have your chickpeas, which are going to provide some protein, and then you have some raisins or currants, you have some green onion, and you have some carrot as your vegetable, and fruit with the raisins. And then if you added maybe like an apple with it, you're really balancing off your meal. So here we have this delicious, easy bulgur chickpea salad. It took 10 minutes of actual hands-on time to make or less. It's quick and easy and very nutritious.